just a quick mention about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, because finally the band have been nominated. They're up there. We don't know what's going to happen, but fingers crossed that you'll finally get into
Yeah,
the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I mean,
yeah.
give me your take on when you found out that you had been nominated, and what your thoughts are towards the whole Rock Hall thing.
Well, it's the first time we've been nominated, and a very good friend of mine is Nico McBrain from Iron Maiden, and he sent me a congratulatory text. He said, "By the way, Simon, Maiden have been nominated 11 fucking times, and we haven't been inducted ever." So our management wrote to the Hall of Fame and said, stop nominating us, bollocks, fuck off, What can I say? If I was truly honest, I would say it's about time, because we've been around for so long. And hello, how about Free, which, superseded Bad Company. A lot of people had a lot of affection for Free. As I see it, there are 14 nominees, and it's the first 4 that get inducted. That's my belief. We are behind Fish, who have a huge social media presence. I've never really heard Fish, quite honestly. They're like the younger version of the Grateful Dead, but they've got about, I think, 100 and just under 200,000 votes. We have about 180,000, so we're second. I'm told by an insider that we are going to get in. We will actually know on Monday or Tuesday. That's when the votes are cast. So, yeah, I've already spoken with Paul about what song we're going to play. It's going to be Can't Get Enough. And, I'm happy. I'll be happy for Mick, because Mick had a stroke several years ago and is in not good shape. And as long as he holds out, when we get on that stage in November, we're going to give a shout out to Mick, because he wrote the damn song. He wrote Moving On, and he wrote a lot of the hits, and he deserves it,
Mhm.
So, yeah, it's about time, Hall of Fame. I won't say too much more. I'll get into trouble.
What was Paul's reaction then? Obviously, when you spoke to him, when you were told
Well,
you're finally nominated.
yeah, I met him a few weeks ago on the West Coast. I was playing in a charity golf tournament in Palm Springs, and he winters in Palm Springs. So we actually got together, and I said, "What do you think?" He said, "About fucking time." He was, we are pleased and we are honoured. But there was always this nagging, every year that passed, and we didn't even get a nomination, because there's 2 steps: nomination and then induction. And we weren't even nominated for all those years. And it was beginning to gnaw at me. But anyway, Paul was, about time. What are we going to play? And I said, well, about Can't Get Enough. Because Mick won't be there. He can't travel.
Mhm.
And it seemed to be the right thing to do. So, that's it.
Did you ever get a reason why you haven't been nominated after all this time? I mean,
No. Well, there are several reasons. One of them being, I think, because Bad Company had 3 lineups, it kind of diluted our currency, if you will. It's, if you can imagine a band like Cream, and they change Ginger Baker, or they change Jack or Eric, God forbid, a couple of times, it would kind of dilute and muddy the waters of the committee. So, as I'm told by this insider, they wanted to do a free Bad Company doubleheader, as it were, like the Faces and the Small Faces
yeah.
were inducted. But for some reason, it didn't show up. There was a political thing that I can't really go into without getting, kind of into hot water. But it was a combination. I think the main thing was the triple lineup, and you know, Yeah, believe it or not, Zeppelin had a hard time with the press. Obviously not with the public, and Peter Grant had a hard time with the press. And Zeppelin and Grant were slagged off so many times, particularly by the British press. America loved them, obviously, but there was this sort of, Peter had this bad sort of gangster vibe about him, and I don't know, it just wasn't a clear cut, let's induct, Bad Company. There were factors that now have dissipated, and it looks like we're going to get him. I hope so.